good?
I think we're good. We have a very long audio track so far. We have a very long audio track with no video. Oh, look at us. Look at us.
Oh yeah, this looks good.
All right.
This is good.
We got a computer.
It's good.
Good. We're fucking upgraded, bud.
Dude, this is one episode we just like made so many adjustments.
We are upgraded. So everyone, welcome to episode 2.
Oh, it like literally started?
Started, yeah.
Oh, hey everybody.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Big Businesses podcast, the fantasy football podcast that is not for actual fantasy football news, but more about our fantasy football leagues. Turn your fucking phone
Who does that? Who puts their phone on for fantasy notifications? Literally.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Which notification?
It's probably something about Brandon Hayek or something signing a big contract.
Yeah.
That I predicted last week.
You did.
I did.
You did.
I
You
did.
Bold prediction of he's going to stay at a team that likes him, and that prediction paid off.
Yep. Just a bargain price of $30 million a year.
So we have a little mezcal to kick off today. Cheers.
Cheers, brother.
And we had our draft this weekend. But first, let's start with today's sponsor. You can see this in this general area. Right around there. I'm looking at this. Look at the screen behind us.
Here.
It's around there. So today's sponsor, we actually have Dallas Dan's Metro Menswear. So Detroit's newest men's clothing store will have you asking, it says it's in men's, but are these women's jeans?
They look like women's jeans.
Or it'll say, I like it. I am actually a Cowboys fan. Now open on 7 Mile. Come see the lineup like brands from Juicy Couture, Afflicted, Lululemon, and more. Dallas Dan's, putting the Metro back in Metro Detroit. So thank you, Dallas Dan's. We have some new sponsors hopefully every week, and it's the first one to go.
I think I know somebody who shops there. So
actually, that was our resident Cowboy fan / Jonesophile, and that's what we call him. Jimmy Jones. We call him James. Call him what you like.
James Jones.
He's a dapper Dallas fan, and he was the model for that fantastic advertisement.
And he did it so well.
He did it so well.
Silver Fox here.
All right, so before we get into the draft recap, let's do some corrections and fact checks.
Okay.
So episode 1.
You know what? Actually, even before we do that, I kind of wanted to. So this is episode 2.
Yes.
Episode 1, I think, was a blast, and I don't know one person who didn't say this was a fantastic podcast. Right?
Out of the 14 people who saw it, they all loved it.
The lighting was amazing.
It was very good.
The editing was amazing.
Top notch.
The color was pretty good.
Can't say that anymore.
So, I don't know how you're feeling ever since last week, but for me, it's like there's 41 views on this thing, right?
Which is
I'm walking the halls at work.
100% higher than our last one.
Good point. I'm walking the halls at work.
That math.
Somebody walks by me, and hey, like the standard, like a head nod, right?
Yeah.
But I head nod back. I don't want to be rude, but you can't help but think, like, is he head nodding me because I'm a stranger, or is he one of the 41 people who viewed this video last week, right? And he's just like, these guys are podcast icons, right? Like, I need my sports information directly from these guys. They are overtaking the market.
It's changing our bravado.
You're right.
Like ground up.
Yeah.
Not only are we successfully good looking, we are successful podcasters.
Yeah.
Not the other way.
I feel like a success. I do. Yeah. And 41 views, right? Oh my God, what's 41? You got to think, who are these 41 people? They're probably playing them at draft parties.
Yeah.
12 to 14 person, leagues, right?
We're doing a demographic.
So you extrapolate that. The numbers don't really tell what we accomplished in episode 1. That's what I think anyways. So
I think at least 12 of those views were team CEOs. And about like Jerry Jones actually watched.
And that news is spreading like wildfire.
He commented and he wasn't too happy with me.
I'll tell you though, 12 of those views aren't all our fantasy football team members.
True.
Right? Like our league didn't even subscribe. There's only 13 subscribers, and we had 11 before we put out the first one. So these bastards, I'm telling you.
No idea what the big business is, which is the pinnacle, a diamond level league.
It is. It's a diamond level. It's diamond. We're not fucking around.
The toughest of the tough.
Yeah.
The most knowledgeable sports fans in the history of the game ever.
Like I got a Yahoo
and Silent Ninjas in here.
Yeah, and Silent Ninjas here.
I just don't know who he was last week. That's crazy.
Now we can't. I can't get him to shut up.
Now I forgot him. I forgot who he is. I'll be honest. All right, so Corrections.
Want to do some corrections from last week? Okay, the first one is I think I can say his name now.
I don't think you can. Let's try.
Rome Odunze.
That's pretty good.
Odunze. It's just fun to say, actually.
I actually don't know how to say it. Is that how you say it?
You go.
I thought for sure it was Romeo when I kept calling him Romeo.
Yeah, I called him Romeo. I was like, "Where's Juliet?" And then then I actually saw his name like on the draft board, and I was like, "Yeah."
I thought the draft board had cut off like the end just due to space, but it's just Rome.
Yeah.
Like just
Odunze.
Just Rome. Odunze.
Garrett Wilson did in fact have 1,000 yards last year, but I think I said 7 or 8 touchdowns. It was actually only 3 touchdowns.
I was under the impression
that'll uptick though.
I was under the impression he had a lot less, and
you did.
That's probably why I finished 11th out of 12. Last year only.
You know what they say? 11th place is the second loser. So you're good.
I was good. I wasn't 12.
You weren't a scheme, that's for sure.
Sorry, Skane.
What else? We got Derrick Henry in that Dynasty League that we talked about last week.
So let's cover this. Let's cover this for the fans.
Yep.
Big Businesses has 3 leagues. Okay.
We do it 3 ways.
The one that's been there the longest, obviously, the Classic. It's a standard format league. 3 wide receivers, 1 quarterback, 2 running backs. We'll get into this in a minute because it's important.
Yeah, only 2. Just
no flex. Right, so we got kicker, D, standard, right? Standard point system's pretty straightforward. We've had that for 16 years. We've
got the rushing bonus, 100 yards gets you a bonus 3 points. Receiving bonus gets you an extra. Receiving bonus, 150 yards, an extra 3 points, just so you know too. Yeah, you knew that one. Okay. It's classic Big Biz, right? Like you got a running back gets you 100 yards and a TD, you put up like a 20 burger, right? So
and you know throughout the league and throughout the season, we do have you do have like your fake $100 account that goes for waiver wire and whatnot.
Yeah,
it's a really competitive league.
Is the way to go.
12 teams, so and 15 spots.
Yeah.
So it's super deep.
Yep.
Right, you gotta get really deep if you really want to start picking players up because the bench is very long, and
you might want to hoard some spots.
Yeah, we'll get into this in a bit. But anyways, I bring that up, so we have that. That's our major league. Second league is going to be our what we call 2.0, and that has a flex spot.
Flex spot, keeper league,
right? 2-person keeper, which is super
important. 2 guys. Yep.
Because if you guys have keeper leagues out there, I really want your information on how you deal with a situation that we just found in our league that might involve somebody. How do you deal with a commissioner that does things like this? We'll find out.
Are you pointing at me? He's pointing at me.
And then last league is that Dynasty that I drafted, assuming it was regular, and forgot about that until about the 4th round.
Derrick Henry.
That's the one we just got
did, in fact, get drafted in the 3rd round.
Took Derrick Henry in the 3rd round.
That was fun.
Do you know what? Not mad about it.
I just love the guy, so who cares what kind of league it is, right? Just enjoy it. Enjoy it. It actually is the only thing that matters. But
yeah, if you're in Dynasty, don't take the oldest players in the league within the first 3 rounds.
I mean, unless you just want to play for a year and then transfer.
That's true. Which we're going to do. We're going to cancel the whole league after a year anyway.
I'm done with it.
I'm end up on top.
I'm over it. Anyways.
And then you want to read the text.
So, the not so silent ninja actually reached out to me after watching our podcast.
For how long?
So, quote,
asking for a friend.
Also, for the record, I have been in the league for 7 seasons.
Okay.
I have made the top bracket 4 out of those 7 times. Of those 4, I came in second twice, and I am now ready for my win. Well, that's a quote. That's a quote. He's ready for his win. You think he's gonna get it this year?
No, I don't. No.
He had a few players on my do not draft ever list, right? So
and he picked them in like
nice. I was drafting next to him, so I kind of liked it.
He had what, number 3 slot, and we'll get into this in a bit when we break down our awesome drafts that we had this weekend at Shea Messina.
It was awesome. It was so good.
The backyard was great. Bosch's was fantastic. Thank you, sponsorship coming up. We don't know that.
Bosch is so good that it could survive a rainstorm. That's what they said.
It did, yeah. That's what they said. Covered it and ate in a rainstorm outside. But no,
you haven't lived until
I'm only saying this because he's so mad at me. But I do not think he's winning anything, especially this week when he plays me week 1, baby. Going down.
You playing week 1?
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were playing in week 1.
Let's pull it up.
That's awesome.
Pull it up, Jamie. For those fans of podcasts, you know what I'm talking about. Do you want to get into a little bit of a draft recap? Or we're going to kind of do that?
Well, that's literally what we're doing right now.
That's correct.
So the draft was great, like you said.
Yep.
Shea Messina, it never disappoints. We actually had the draft board up. We used Fan Draft this year.
Silent Ninja.
So You got Silent Ninja. Nice. Who I got? I don't even know. When you just expect to win every week, you don't even look at your opponents.
And we all know projections mean everything. James,
he loves projections.
Yeah, so I'm projected to win by quite a bit.
James the Wizard missing
But yeah, it's all good. No big deal. It's not like I'm really good at this or anything.
He's just staring at it. He's trying to do a podcast. He can't stop
Iceman
looking at his
is going to take the league this year.
He's roster baiting hard right now.
It's true.
He's loving it.
It is absolutely true. So
I roster baited for 3 days after the draft. I'm not gonna lie. I got Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. I got Breece Hall. I'm just looking at my team. I'm on fantasy for 35 minutes. I haven't done a single transaction or anything. I'm just staring at my digital players.
Do you think Patrick Mahomes is going to play well considering who's rating all the plays?
She can write these things up, man. She writes beautiful lyrics, eh? So why would that stop now, right?
Obviously, she's not writing the plays for Kansas City, but if she's anywhere near the locker room, they need to burn that place to the ground. Not with anybody in it.
Andy Reid is a guru. And if anyone's going to try something outside the box...
And Taylor Swift is a guru at music. Not my kind of music.
Just saying, I don't know.
Hey, it's
now I got to cheer for the Chiefs.
How incredible she is for other people. But no way in hell should she be allowed calling plays. And she's not, let's be honest. It's just a bit of PR.
Maybe there might be one in there for like a Kelsey or something.
Who had it?
It's like not that one, but the other one.
Yeah, the him.
The irresponsible little twerp one. Yeah.
Yeah, software was a huge hit.
Software was great. So what we did was
this again.
So it's called Fan Draft. We put the thing up. We made the board specific to certain things, which if anybody's got the time to put this thing together, it is fantastic. The guys loved it.
It was awesome.
So as you pick a player, you can customize a video reaction to anything. You could do audio clips, you could do whatever. But what we did was we were linking YouTube videos.
It was
so good. So right off the bat, you draft CMC1 #1 overall, black screen. Nobody sees the name yet, and then all of a sudden there's just a custom video of CMC just walking out.
Yeah, it was fun.
Right?
I did a little extra dynamic on it.
Yeah. So
you put a lot of work into that.
And then
thank you for it.
Yeah. Best commission ever, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see.
What you gotta do.
Depending on what everybody else thinks about your collusion, but we'll talk about that in a minute.
Wow, collusion. Illusion, whatever. But so software was great. We had a couple little hidden gems in there, like Lubowski trying to get J.K. Dobbins at the end of the draft.
I was dying.
And then the 100 subscriber video. He's still our sponsor, so I encourage anybody to watch that video. That
opens up cards and boxes.
I opened that one out of the archives from about 12 years ago. So he didn't think I don't let shit go. I was totally one day I'm gonna use this video, this embarrassing clip of our good friend Will.
I didn't think it was embarrassing. I thought it was legendary.
It was fantastic. That's fantastic.
That was YouTube when it first started.
Yeah, he got in early. That's why
that was MySpace days.
Yeah. That's why I don't know if we could catch him. This guy is on fire.
That was the old before hey, like and subscribe to him. It was
so dot right now.
So dot. He's dot. But can we bring up? Let's chat. The most impressive thing I've probably seen at any of our drafts,
which we couldn't get on video because he didn't tell us ahead of time.
I wish he would tell us ahead of time.
We could have played the clip. That would have been fantastic.
I wish he would tell us ahead of time. It was amazing. So what we used to do, but was it voted against now?
I just think people just stopped doing it over the years because we got
to buy a jersey of one of the players that was on the team for the championship team that won out of the money you get.
It's a part of the winnings, right?
We're not spending a lot of money here. It's only a little bit of money per team, but you take some of that and you buy a jersey. To which last year's winner, Punya, had done so, ever so courageously as per usual.
Walks up to the podium. First pick overall is where he chose to be. Gives his little welcoming speech to everybody.
Yeah.
Called us a bunch of cheapskates.
He did.
A bunch of bastards.
He was really rude.
He was wearing a Brandon Ayukin jersey. And what does this guy decide to do?
Tears it in half.
Brand new jersey, and he rips it apart. I'm gonna keep it. It looks like a baseball shirt. I'll keep it.
Well, it's also memorabilia now.
This is
that might be we gotta probably put that.
This is like a Hall of Fame Big Biz jersey now.
See that jersey container right there?
Yeah.
Maybe we might have to put it.
Yeah. I think
because it was just a man and energy. Like this.
I think he pre-cut it. Look how perfect this is.
Yeah, well, and this is the cheapest jersey in the world. He's a big boy. He's a strong fella, but
even the Hulk Hogan T-shirts.
Yeah, man. Unless he's practicing tearing phone books.
Bastards! You cheap mother!
It was one swift.
It's nice. So
It
he's
was
gonna.
awesome, man. I was so impressed. I was just like,
This is in no way, shape, or form a chirp towards him.
no,
That
this is one of the best. That was one of the best things I've ever seen in my life, and I want to see it again.
I had to ask the
Next
$1
year.
million question. Why would you rip a perfectly
No.
good jersey? Oh,
Because we thought he was
just because I'm not cheap. I bought two. That's what he said.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, he bought two jerseys. He's got another Ayuk jersey. He's gonna rip it next year after he busts this year.
I love it so much.
That was fucking great.
I just thought it was brilliant, and that was it needed to be brought up because that was very special.
That's how you open a draft.
special.
Honestly, that's how you open a draft.
What was it with the B-Robs?
Oh, the B-Rob meltdown. So, to me, my two takeaways from the entire draft both involve Paul Punya. So he opens up the draft, rips the jersey, just puts us all in a freaking hilarious, silly mood, right? Then we're in round 7, and I'm like. Every mock I've ever done, I'm drafting Rashi Rice. I'm waiting for DUI to drop
No,
it.
that's not how you say his name,
Rashi.
isn't it?
Rashi?
You say Rashi.
I say Rashi. It's
Okay,
a Rashi.
maybe it's
right?
Rashi, but I thought that was
What do you say?
Episode 3, we need to confirm this.
This might be on our corrections.
Rashi is it? No, I'm weird. I can't.
What are you saying?
I can't fucking get it. Is it Rashi or Rashi?
I feel like I know the guy at this point, so if I've had
I
his
think you're
name
putting.
wrong.
I think you're putting the emphasis on the wrong syllable. I think it's Rashi or Rishi. Rishi Rice? Rashi Rice?
Rashi?
Rice. But you can't just say
Rashi.
you can't just say Rice as a wide receiver.
How many times can we say Rashi or Rashi in like one
Okay,
episode?
too many. No, we're
Yeah.
done. Okay. Anyways, B-Rob, Rashi Rice,
So all that I was waiting for was Rice to come my way.
Rice Aroni.
Pick before me,
San
Silent
Francisco
Ninja.
Tree. Oh no, he picked
Silent
Kansas City.
Ninja takes him, and I'm on the clock. I'm devastated. He was the last of that tier wide receiver that you just really wanted to put on your team.
Yeah.
So I'm looking and I'm like, all these wide receivers seem the same. They're all projected freaking 8 points a week, so it doesn't matter. You go from that round to the end of the draft. It's a
I think it
crapshoot.
does matter because we're bringing up.
It might, but to me, it's a crapshoot. I look at running back depth then, and I randomly just say, I'm going to take Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you just hear across the room, Paul Poon, you just, wow!
It was.
No!
It's-
Oh, no! And I'm like,
It sounded like the orgasm of a Sasquatch. It's like, what is going on?
That's what Snorlax sounds like when he comes. So yeah, he didn't get B-Rob, and apparently he based his entire draft on I'm gonna draft CMC, wait 7 rounds, and B-Rob is the only fantasy football player that could be on this squad with you.
How detailed do you have to be like my draft is based around Brian Robinson in the 7th round? If I don't get him, it's gonna be a shit year.
But we're not talking shit. That's literally his strategy. That's how OCD this man goes.
Success.
Right? That's who wins championships.
He's been very good in the league.
Yep.
That kind of commitment is impressive, and the fact that you derailed 2024 because of Brian Robinson
Ruined his
that
night.
might be the only time this is said in any podcast ever. Is that Brian Robinson ruined my year?
Yeah. Right.
Well, he did get shot that one time.
Oh yeah, he got shot in the leg. Everybody loves a heartfelt story, right?
Yeah, you can't when you like.
I forgot about that.
You know when he's running, he hits the hole. The commentators can't be like, "Oh, he was shot out of a gun."
I mean, they can.
They can.
It's
A
awesome.
little bit too soon. But the reason why I want to bring this up, and our friends out there that are in fantasy football leagues similar to us, the millions and millions of fans that we have out there that haven't seen the show yet, let me know if I'm crazy on this because I got to bring it up. I believe it was in this league. So you like Rashi Rice.
Love Rice.
He likes Brian Robinson. And Silent Ninja's kind of caught in the middle. Shall we take a look at the league transactions? Let's take a look.
What do you want to talk about?
Let's take a look at the league transactions.
By the way, most people are doing their draft this weekend because the season starts next Thursday.
Yeah, that's
We've
fine.
already done our draft. We've already had 2 trades. We've already had a ton of signings. Like, Big Biz doesn't mess around.
And here's what's weird because, out of these trades that had 2 trades, would you believe that Rashi Rice and Brian Robinson were involved in both of them? I think.
I would.
Oh, weird. So one guy really wants one person, one guy really wants the other, and then there's another guy in the middle that's just kind of collecting things. So out of nowhere, the collusion of you two.
Oh, the collusion.
Coming through.
Can't everybody just get what they
Brian
want sometimes?
Robinson all of a sudden goes to a team that has Rashi Rice because that's who Silent Ninja took, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so all of a sudden Ninja's in there.
So
Using his
it wasn't a
jitsu.
3-team trade, but it was kind of funny how it worked out. So I'm telling you the truth.
Well, no, I know, but like usually doesn't this usually have some time on the board so people can see what's going on, so you can be like, hey, collusion. But it was
they're all gonna
was
me anyway,
pushed
right?
through like
Oh yeah, condition accept.
if you could have deleted this evidence, it would have been gone. But unfortunately,
I would never do so.
Yahoo.
What would we talk about if I did that? What would we talk about?
That's fair.
So,
Anyways,
listen, I messaged Silent Ninja. I told
100%
him,
collusion, absolute BS.
oh, collusion. Come on, it's collusion.
And that's not the only part of collusion.
What else we got?
Exhibit B. We head over to 2.0. Okay, so for those in 2.0,
We're cross-referencing league trades.
yeah, because you know what else
Oh,
is very
man.
stupid. So this is like we said
This
before.
guy.
This is a keeper league. You have 2 keepers per year, right? It is not even week 1. Not even week 1. So everybody's kind of still in this league. If you don't mind me saying, yet somebody named over here. He gets somebody to give him Brees Hall for his round 1 and round 2 pick
For next year. May I? Are you done?
It's not even week 1. You're trading your round 1 and 2. You're throwing
only that.
throwing in the 2025 season right now.
My team name was Beauty and the Brees. Because that's how ahead of the game I was. I was already trading for Brees Hall before I was trading for Brees Hall. Yeah, I punned you with a guy that I didn't even own yet, knowing that I could trade for him.
So I would take round 1 and round 2 for next year as well. Like that's just ridiculous.
Our slinging yogurt friend
Collusion.
didn't have a pick till round 6. His only keeper was Brees Hall and Sam Laporta.
So what would
He's
you
got
do?
a team of 2 guys, and he's not drafted until round 7. His team's bagoo. Utter bagoo.
So what would you do in your league if this happened? That's the question I have.
So let's load him up for the future.
Answer below.
Bring me some Brees.
Am I crazy in saying that this is a bit of collusion, or like was there money as well attached to this?
He's
Like real money?
I mean, I would have gave him money, but I didn't.
I think we tried once.
Yeah.
Like what 8?
Can we do that?
No, we
can't.
can't.
Is that allowed?
No,
Okay.
we're not doing it.
We'll talk about it next week.
Okay, next week we'll talk about it.
But he's just mad because he had 13 picks in 5 rounds, and now I can maybe compete with him
I
for
have a
this
very
one.
good team.
So yeah.
I threw it in like halfway through last season, like a normal human being would.
Well, yeah.
And you threw
Get
it
in early. That's it. You can't hate the player, right?
Right.
What do we got next?
We have a resident Jones of File. He has 2 Wizard Awards.
He did acclaim another 2 Wizard Awards after last week us just highlighting the fact that any draft wizard software, doesn't matter. I don't know how he does it, or if there's like a thing in the range of like Wi-Fi or something where they're like, oh, I just picked up a Messina.
Yes.
Best draft.
That's exactly how it goes, actually.
Oh, you're not even done? You didn't even do round 15? Best draft.
He just, he's in the ether. The draft ether.
Yeah.
He's like, what would draft wizards do? And he just goes, I got it.
I feel like
he doesn't
he is draft wizard though.
That, like him getting the draft wizards A+ is the championship.
So not only
It's his win.
that's his night, eh? Like, so the draft night's his night. Everybody else runs a team. We do waivers all year. We we draft teams. We compete against each other. Messina's fantasy year is done after the draft. Eh?
Yeah.
By 10:30 p.m., he's on his couch with a cigar, and he's like, "I did it." Eh?
Yeah,
bring it on next year.
A+.
He goes, "Maybe we'll do Basha. Maybe we'll do." I don't know, but I'm a champion. That's all that matters.
A+.
We gotta get him a title for being the wizard, or maybe like a dunce cap or something. You know, I don't know.
The wizard sleeve.
Sleeve of wizard.
Yeah, absolutely. So congratulations on.
Sorry. Not only does he win the draft wizard, but when we draft every year on Yahoo, as an inside joke, I always forgot to change the settings. I'd set the draft date, and then all 12 of our teams would auto draft, and then we always just thought it would be funny to see, oh, how did my fake team do as opposed to my real draft? Mm-hmm. And I've always loved my fake team way more, but we can never keep these teams, so I got to reset it, and then I put.
Well, this year mine was terrible.
But go figure, who won the fake team 12 auto drafting? James Messina, the wizard.
Listen, he just nails it.
2-time
every single time
before week 1.
Yes.
Before day 2. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You can't script that shit.
You could, but we don't.
We wouldn't be as good.
No. James winning the draft wizards always. Now, I have a little bit of a bone to pick, and I think we made some noise on the thread previous to this. Now, in our big league, Big Biz traditional, our championship league, standard format, it's 2 running back spots. Why the fuck do we have teams drafting 6 running backs? Like, what, 3?
6? That's a lot. For only 2 spots? Holy moly.
I think, how many do you have? Let's fucking go. This is the most...
You want to know how many I have?
This is the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my life.
Call me old-fashioned, but I've got 4 running backs on my team, and one of them's a handcuff to Breece Hall, so I, don't even have depth.
And maybe I'm just more annoyed because my strategy had me picking them a little later, but I had, in my queue, 5 running backs. And I was coming back off of the back end of the draft, and I'm in the middle of the pack, so it's shitty to where I was at 6th. So as soon as I drafted, I'm like, I'll pick up this guy because on the way back from the snake, there's got to be one of these 5 guys, 1, 2, 3, in succession for people that I already saw had 4 or 5 fucking running backs. Why?
Sometimes that running back 6 spot can be tricky, right?
Come on, man. This is one of the reasons that makes this league special is that people do shit like this. And every other league that I've done,
plan for this stuff.
Exactly. And every other league that I've ever been in that's not been the guys in this league, they've been a lot easier. I've won a lot of them, especially for people
not
I don't
big,
know.
Though, right?
Not big, no. That's the ones. But it's a lot more standard. The people take this in consideration. With big businesses is different, baby. It is wild.
It's built for
6 running backs.
It's where the big boys play.
It is illogical. It's like you sitting at the casino and 4 guys that are playing blackjack next to you, and you're like, the whole rules of hey, don't hit on this because that card's gonna be coming up for them. You're gonna have to make sure that the fucking dealer busts and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, every guy's going off it, and you go, "What are you doing?" They're like, "I'm playing for me, bro." And you're like, "You're an asshole. You're ruining it for everybody."
Everyone could have been happy at some point in the draft, right?
Yeah, I was mad the whole time. Yeah, I was just mad the whole time. Anyways,
I mean, he went 0 running back method, and it just exploded in your face. But
that goes 0 running back, prick. But yeah, it was just wild, and that has to be discussed. And if you have a league that does that, which I don't think you do, but tell me if I'm crazy, 3 teams with 6 running backs.
Yeah,
well, we'll have to make sure that's accurate.
Call me a math wizard or anything, but that's 18 running backs on 3 teams,
How'd you do that? That's wild.
I blacked out what happened.
Just a quick segment of the show. It's Kaepernick watch.
No,
still doesn't have a team.
I don't see him.
No, okay.
Just a bunch of useless articles about him still.
Yeah. Next, I really believe that we should have this, and for next week. So for episode 2, episode 3, of week 2, we need to have formulated straight up a constitution for this league, because we can't just be all willy nilly. And if you're off the constitution, then you're off the league. Maybe I don't know.
A lot of thou shalls.
Maybe there should be some sort of repercussion to it. If not as extreme as being off the league, maybe a financial repercussion.
Depending on who it is, it could be out of the league. I'd be okay with that, as long as it's not me that's breaking a constitution.
Well, don't break. We're gonna set the constitution with the people of the league giving their 2 cents, and we'll unveil it.
Thou shalt wear a ripped jersey.
Thou shalt, right? Thou shalt not leave the thread. We are back.
We look good.
Let's see how long this fucking lasts for. Okay. Let's fly.
Did you see the slow train?
Let's fly through this thing. Now, we're going to be a little bit off frame here because I had to do a bunch of shit with the camera.
A lot happened.
Yeah, a lot just happened.
Yeah.
We're back. Constitution, done that. Draft results.
Okay, let's go quick. So,
falls apart.
I'm going to talk really fast now. The draft was awesome. There was 2 teams, as much as I hate to fucking admit it too, there was 2 teams that really stood out to me. So,
who's that?
Number 1, the Taco Monsters. He had a good draft.
I think he did have a good draft.
So he had Barkley slip to him at 12. He had Burrow slip to him later in the draft too. So he strengthened up his positions, and then he got Burrow at the end of it, who I love this year. So his team's looking really, really slewy good, So
Where do I find the draft results? Because
he's got. I'll run through his roster super quick. He's got Burrow. He's got Mike Evans. He's got Waddle. He's got Diggs and Dalton Schultz. So even for those people who don't like Diggs, Dalton Schultz might take a couple of touchdowns. So between the two guys, he's almost like hedging his bet there. And he's got Barkley and Kyron Williams. So he's got 2 solid backs in a 6 running back league.
I haven't listened to a thing you said.
Come on, man. It was so good too. You got to listen up.
Okay, so I'm just joking. I heard everything.
Okay. Do you want me to tell you the other guy I thought had a stellar one?
Yes, please.
That would be, and this really pains me to say this. You know who I'm about to say?
James.
Puka McGowan actually had a fantastic draft.
I think he did too.
Yeah, he drafted well. So it's he's a huge Colts fan, so he's probably fucking roster baiting hard to Richardson, Pittman stack. That's nice. That's a nice. I like Richardson. If he stays healthy, his ceiling is crazy high. So where he got him was great. He's got studs. He's got Chase, he's got DK, and he's got Pittman. So his wide receivers are set pretty good. Ferguson's a super sleeper. So just saying that 10 times fast.
Ferguson's a super sleeper.
Nice.
I said it right.
Yeah, he said it like once. So he's got Ferguson, but then his backs might not be the sexiest backs like Justin Timberlake, but both these guys are super productive. So he's got Pacheco. I think I said it right. Isaiah Pacheco, and he's got Cook from Buffalo. So both these guys they're not going to bang out 30 a week, but they're going to get their consistent shares. They're going to get a lot of work.
Pacheco's been wild for me because every year he's supposed to be like so good, and he's always kind of like mid.
Yeah.
Just mid.
Yeah. He killed it at the end of last year.
At the end of last year, he was quite good.
Yeah. So if he carries that momentum, which he won't, because Mahomes is going to just crush it because he's my quarterback. So, but yeah, I really like his team. He doesn't have many holes. He's He's set.
Right
he's pretty much stacked up. Is there anybody that popped out to you?
I think I have an excellent team.
Outside of yourself.
So
give me one. Come on.
Yeah, I'm actually a very big fan as well of what IDGAF I.D.G.A.F.O.S.A.B.B.J.N.K.N.
Our audio draft kit was awesome. We just had a robot saying that at every pick.
Yeah, I think he had a hell of a draft, and I really like his team a lot. Also because he picked players that I really wanted before me.
Yeah.
Which kind of everybody.
He got higgy with it before I could. So
yeah, like Lamar Jackson at the helm. Debo, I think Debo's better when Ayuk's out there.
I do too.
I think him staying there is gonna be good. T. Higgins has the possibility. He's coming through. Did he just have a contract last year, or is it coming out this year?
He is on a contract year this year, so he should probably crush it. Historically, that's what they do.
And I'm a fan of Zay Flowers. I think he's about to bloom.
Yeah. Oh, I see what he did there.
Kenneth Walker, Jay Taylor, Evan Ingram's I got a big fan of Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to throw to in Jacksonville, so having that big TE, he had a pretty good year last year. I think he's gonna have an even better year.
Lawrence of Arabia is gonna love this guy this year. So
Zach Charbonnet, I think he's gonna have a year too. So he's got a team I really like.
Yeah,
I really like quite a bit. I think the biggest loser of the draft is Silent Ninja.
Oh, you know what's funny? Who do I have?
I'm just kidding.
Silent Ninja.
No,
I had 2, and Silent Ninja's on my list too. Sorry, my friend. So, 2 of the biggest reaches in the draft.
Silent Ninja.
Okay. Full reach round. He went Mixon.
Mixon third round.
Yeah, that's rich.
And he was third spot in the draft.
Yeah.
Right. So picking up
to draft from the 3 spot.
The third spot over. I picked Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is his quarterback.
You picked up Bijan, which is obviously you got to pick up Bijan. Allegedly, although last year
Bijan's went where he should go, but the rest of the team a little suspect, a little rich going on Mixon, and then round 4 he went with Najee Harris. So So he went with the third running back.
Let me just count the amount of running backs he has. 1.
Is he a 6 running back?
2.
Is he one of the 6s?
4, 5. Just 5.
Oh, just 5. No, that's fine. That's fine. That's
just 5. I think Taco was like, dude. Taco Monsters has 6 running backs, and you like his team.
No, I hate his team. I think that's what we were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you said you were like.
Wait, did you say Taco?
Yeah.
Oh, I like Taco. I hate Silent.
I love Silent as a human being.
Yeah,
I
he's
really
cool.
want to be in this week.
You know,
but
you know
six
what the
running backs,
coolest
man,
thing you could do in a draft after a draft is
What's that?
buy a race off a Ninja.
Oh, yes.
You like
That's what you did there. All right. So you did the best and worst drafts, sneaky picks. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of those things. But then again, it's not my team, and we could both be absolutely wrong on this. He could fucking win the league. And then we look like absolute assholes, which is possible.
Are you talking?
Yeah. Anybody.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about...
Oh, Hawk to it? No, Hawk to it ain't winning the league.
He ain't winning the league.
Really
Most
worried
people
Hawk
have a
to it.
chance, but my boy Woboski did not have his shining moment in our draft on Sunday, so
Hey.
he has Tua. He's literally Hawk Tua. Road Hawk Tua.
I think you really wanted to do that, though, so.
Yeah, that was literally, like he named his team after a guy, waited 11 rounds, drafted said guy. So, yeah, that was the plan, right? So
That's the plan.
Yeah, I didn't love it.
Yeah, but again, this is fantasy football, and you can be wrong any day of the week. There can be injuries everywhere. That's why you get 6 running backs. They could all be injured.
I'm going to fire off 4 quick names.
4 quick names. Let's hear it.
These guys, I think, went in great spots. If you're the owner of one of these guys, then fuck you. Barkley and Burrow, we know who you are. I already talked about you.
Yeah.
Cooper Kupp went in a great spot in our draft. So if you're the Cooper Kupp
Question
owner,
mark for me.
Yeah.
Question mark for you, guy.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's even
Knee injuries.
80% of what he was 2 years ago,
An
you're
emerging
about
Puka shell necklace. Anyways, I digress. Go ahead.
I hate Puka.
Puka's
Okay.
good. He's good.
And the last guy, I don't even want to say it because of what. Yeah, James Conner.
Yeah.
James Conner, healthy James Conner is.
Healthy James Conner's going to get stuck.
For where he went in the draft, it actually kind of saved your Sans running back situation.
Oh,
so.
I still have a very big running back situation.
But if Connor's an RB1 if he's playing. So the fact that he goes in round 5 in our draft, when 76 backs were drafted on Sunday. That's a great. I don't know. I just made that up, but it might be close actually. Yeah. I'm gonna have to count for next week.
Like
now.
every backup went and every backup's backup went. I think.
Yeah.
When I'm looking for Khalil Herbert to have a year. Those are good ones.
It got rough.
And what's the worst reach picks besides?
So I had Mixon and Najee. Do you have anybody on that?
I honestly don't know where anybody else went, but those ones I would remember to me, and I can't find at all where the fuck draft results are. So let's just leave it at that.
It's hard to navigate.
I feel like
a draft
we're
and then the results. It's crazy.
We're not picking on Silent. It just was what it was.
That's just how it fell. Yeah.
It happened to be that you hate me as a human being, and I'm playing you this week.
Hates you.
I know he doesn't at all.
No,
I'm just joking around entirely.
It's actually like super easy to do.
He's a very nice guy.
We did a beautiful trade.
Yeah, the collusion
Then
trade.
about 6 hours later, he did another beautiful trade.
Collusion trade too.
Me and Snorlax are happy. We got what we want. It's very rare where 3 guys can kind of get together and everybody's happy at the end of it.
I see what you did there.
What? No.
Okay.
I just wanted to race.
Last but not least, quick rundown. Let's get her done.
Okay.
Week 1's coming up. We have a few days left.
I really wanted to play this clip. This is what's so special about it. I had some incredible thoughts about week 1 that I wanted to pick his brain on.
So good. Okay, let's go.
All right. So some incredible thoughts. Week 1. I'm going to shoot some games at you.
Yeah.
And just off the cuff, tell me what you're thinking. Could
Done.
be fantasy, could be real life, betting, whatever you want to say.
Okay. Hopefully.
Jacksonville, Miami. We're in Miami. Week 1.
We're going to find out how much cocaine Mike Daniels does. Mike McDaniels does. It's going to be interesting.
He's looking good.
He looks fantastic.
Yeah,
he looks pure Miami.
Yeah.
I love that transition.
Yeah.
He's my favorite. Next.
That's
it.
Learn nothing about anything on that one.
No.
Carolina, New Orleans, in New Orleans.
I have less to say about that than I do the other game. Carolina's bottom of the barrel team, so I really hope their quarterback starts coming out.
Yeah.
Bryce got hopefully a future to him. I'd like to see him do well. Everybody wants to see people do well. But Adam Thielen's kind of still your wide receiver one. He's not, but
I know. Yeah.
He's and there's not much of the back. Jonathan Brooks is injured still, so not much really to say. New Orleans, those are 2 teams that are fighting for last place in the league.
You really? So I don't think the Saints are horrible. I will go on record saying that.
Okay.
They got Olave Garden on their team. I know you like the puns.
Listen.
So, yeah, no, I think for me it would be interesting to see if Kamara has any juice left, because I don't think that he has any juice left. But and then in Carolina, new system, the Magic Man who made freaking Tampa Bay good last year is now in Carolina. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah. Next, what we got?
Dallas Cowboys in Cleveland. Who do you think's winning that game?
Cleveland.
Me too.
I think Cleveland's winning that game. I think Cleveland's going to surprise a lot of people this year.
Yeah.
I think Dallas has really good chips, but and they have good coaching, but it's the Dallas Cowboys, and I just don't trust them ever, really, unless it's against Sherlocks, even though they tend to show up when you least expect it.
They pick on the week, and Dak will throw for 303.
I think it'll be a high-scoring game
against like a shit team.
Yeah.
And then by the end of the year, you're like, wow, Dak was right there with all the rest of them.
I think you see their run defense and what they really are. I think Jerome Ford's going to have 150 all-purpose yards.
Yeah, he might have a good game. Okay, so what about Arizona in Buffalo? What do you want to see there?
James Conner's going to get 12 touchdowns.
That was too easy.
And we're going to find out who the wide receiver one is inside of Buffalo.
Yeah.
Because everybody still has, QB1 essentially across the league is still Josh Allen, and I don't understand why.
My brother is loving
I don't understand it.
the return of Tupac Shakur.
But at the same
in
time,
Buffalo,
they have a defense that's beat up. They're all-pro linebackers injured again.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. That'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do one last one.
One last one. Okay.
Yeah.
One last one.
Incredible thoughts.
Okay, let's go.
Plus our battery died on us like 4 times.
let's get it
We
done.
want to have a repeat of last week. Pittsburgh, Atlanta.
The Russell Wilson show, eh?
Yeah.
So we're going to find out a bunch of things. Obviously, I think Pittsburgh's going to be an absolute mess for a few weeks until they get lined up.
Yep.
I think their quarterback their quarterback room right now is in shambles. They have excellent wide receivers, and I think they have a really good
Love Pickens. Even no matter who's throwing to him, I like Pickens.
Yeah,
so
and I think that
it's
the
gonna be
running
great.
back duo of the Najee and the
Jalen Warren. Yeah.
little scat back there, phenomenal. I think they're both really good for different reasons. I think they have a solid team. They just got to put it together, and it's going to be really hindering on that quarterback room.
So I'm in the opposite zone. I can't wait to see Atlanta.
Yeah.
So if Kirk Cousins just coming back from the injury, and I want to see how Drake London is he good at football? He's just been waiting for 3 years for this
Drake
moment.
London,
So
Kyle Pitts, two huge fancy
yes,
people. Kyle Pitts is phenomenal.
These
on
guys
paper.
have been busting a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they've got Cousins. No excuses. Let's see what they're made of. And
if they can throw the football, you might see what happens with the real Bijan.
Yep. Agreed. We talked about all the primetime stuff last week. So 4 primetime games are going to be fantastic.
Yeah, man. I'm
just
excited.
fucking awesome.
So that is the we were trying to shorten the episodes.
We're gonna wrap
so
it
it
up.
didn't work. We're gonna work on that next time.
I just had too much fun with this guy. What can I do?
We'll talk a lot less coming up.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Okay,
Episode
happy
2.
week 1. We'll see you guys in a week.
We'll see you guys. Take care. Man, you look good on screen.
Do you like that? That's the whole.
Yeah, look at you go.
You like that?
Yes, I like it.